Good morning. Thank you very much for coming. Yesterday, I had a graveyard service for the funeral. And every time I had a funeral at graveyard, I explain about the characteristic of Japanese gravestones. Gravestones, as compared to Christian graveyard, we use big stones. And then every time I explain that depend on the Japanese ancient belief. Japanese people very fear of death. Actually, everybody fear of death. Everybody fear of death, but especially they are very afraid of the dead people come back. So the heavy stone means that please do not come back. By putting the heavy stone on the grave, you know, they cannot come back. So that is a meaning that Japanese believe. But this time I had another understanding that oh, so that is actually from our side, from our living people, that please do not come back is our feeling. But for the dead people, to come back means actually not good, because this world is Buddhism, especially Buddhism, regard this world is world of suffering. Of course, sometimes we can have happiness. However, we all are going to die. We all going to die. So this world is not always happy, and for sure we have to die. So that means that this world is filled with suffering. So from the viewpoint of dead people, do not come back is actually good thing. Stay in the grave and stay in the rest. Eternal rest is very good thing for the living being. So that is this time I had another understanding. So sometimes as we repeat the same thing again and again, we have another understanding and perspective. That is a very good thing. And that understanding is based upon my understanding. And so that means that you have another understanding and somebody else has another understanding. So that is based on the, what we call self. The self understand this word. Self. So, however, the nature or the time is actually going on without self. So whether we understand this or not, time is keep going, history keep going. We just understanding with the self. And self in Japanese we call it jiko or jiga. And this kanji is very interesting. And the kanji for self is meaning nose, nose. So that's why when Japanese point myself, point nose. And on the other hand, in English speaker, people point self, point heart. That is a Western culture. So myself in Western culture, and myself, when I point myself, I point nose. The nose is very important, and nose represents self. So this is a kanji for self. And interestingly, I found a very interesting combination of self. So self plus B. So this kanji is consists of self plus big. So this is means that stink. So this I felt very interesting. If I try to, make look big, that means stink. Stink. So that stink is smell good, no good. Smell no good. So that smell no good consists of self and big. If I try to look bigger, if I myself try to look bigger, then this means stink. That is no good. And on the other hand, another interesting combination is self plus heart. Self plus heart. So self, myself, and heart means breath. Breath. So breath means the very core of living. The fact we are living is depending on the breath. So this is the kanji. Self plus heart become breath. That I felt very interesting. And especially here in Hawaii, the breath is very important. So the word Hawaii is ha. So the breath is in Hawaiian is ha. And Y means water. Or over here in Hawaiian, originally said Hawaii, Hawaii, Hawaii. So ha for Hawaiian people is very important. The breath means living thing. Very, very core of living. And aloha is also ha, is breath. So that Japanese, kanji characters consist self and heart become breath. And also this self is used for many other characters, like self plus face. So self plus face means that confidence. So myself, the self to believe is become confidence. We call it jishin in Japanese. And another meaning that another characters.
Sorry.
Hi.
Can you please write
Shin.
the Japanese for confidence?
Okay. So the Japanese for confidence is jishin.
Thank you.
And the G. So that literally means self-faith, self-faith or self-belief. So just like there are many understandings to understand this world, and my understanding is very basic to deepen the confidence. So self-belief is, I believe, I understand, become confidence. Yeah. And also another interesting kanji for the self is very interesting. Is we call 自由。自由。自由。So, Mr. Hugh, do you know 自由? Freedom. Yes, good. Freedom. Or liberty. So, interestingly, 自由, that kanji character is made in Japan. No concept of freedom, no concept of liberty before 1868, which is Meiji. So Meiji is a new government, the end of samurai period. That is Meiji. And after Meiji is Westernization started. Westernization started in 1868. And during the samurai age, there is no concept of 自由. That is freedom, no liberty and no freedom in Japan. And after Westernization started, we understand freedom. What is freedom? What is liberty? And it is said that the person who translated freedom, liberty was Yukichi Fukuzawa, who established the Keio University, who westernized the person of Yukichi Fukuzawa, translated freedom is G-U. And the meaning of G is, we know, self. Yeah? Self. And U is reason or depend on. So that is the meaning of G is self and U is depend on or reason. And this the freedom in Japanese is very interesting. What is freedom? The Yukichi Fukuzawa understand. Freedom is depend on myself. It's depend on myself. That is freedom. Not depend on others. Not depend on other things, other people. You don't need to listen to other people. The freedom, the liberty is depending on myself. Depending on myself. That is the word of Jiyu. And this is a very important concept according to Buddhism too. So Shakyamuni Buddha, at the end of death, actually the near death, he taught three things. Make yourself of your light. So make yourself of your life. So that is exactly depending on yourself, not depend on others, depending on yourself. You is a light. You can be the light. You can be the light. So make yourself of your light. That is one thing. And second thing is make the Dharma of your light. Make the Dharma of your light. That is number two thing. So because very important in order to live, make myself of my light. Make depend on myself is very important. At the same time, depend on the Dharma. So this is one set of two things. One set of two things. Depending myself at the same time, depend on the truth. So make Dharma of your life is depend on the truth. Depending on myself and depend on the truth. That two things that make efforts. Make efforts. That is Buddha taught that three things. That in Japanese, Jito myo, Hoto myo, Shoji. Make yourself of your light. Make the Dharma of your light. And make efforts. So without making efforts, all the teaching, we cannot maintain. We cannot maintain. So this is actually to maintain the freedom is also the practice. So That is the three things that the Buddha taught that. So today I want to show the translation of freedom or liberty. Two separate things, yeah? Two separate things, freedom and liberty, two separate things. But in Japanese, we understand both. Yes.
It's interesting you said 1868.
Yeah.
That's also when the whole Abraham Lincoln was creating the proclamation for freedom for all people in the U.S. for slavery.
Oh, really? Oh,
And the
that's the age.
Civil War,
Oh, yeah,
the
Civil
Civil
War.
War began in 1863, 4, 5. Yeah. So whole world.
Yeah. Get started to
Yeah,
realize
same,
our freedom.
same concept.
Yeah. Oh.
Individual. And because slaves were not thought of as human
Yeah.
beings. Even.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's a, I see, I see. So even the Western, this is a new kind of new concept. Working on,
Making effort.
Yeah, still making effort. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, so completely. Yeah, that's right. Still making effort. Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Question.
Yes.
The difference between self, like this self, and like Indian concept of Atma, or Buddha's idea of self, that how that carries forward after we pass away. After we're under the heavy stone.
Oh, that's a, yeah. So Buddhism, yeah, that's right. So Buddhism, the self is actually non-self. Yeah, non-self means that everything relate to each other. Everything relate to each other, and actually non-self. Yeah. So me doesn't. I completely. My me is not individual existence, but depend on others. Yeah. So the self is actually the Western concept, more like yeah,
Like soul,
and psychology. Yeah.
but depend on oneself for freedom. Don't look for others, depend on oneself. But ourself is dependent on also everyone at the same time.
Mm.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Very good idea.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. So this theme is very deep. Yeah, even the Western concept, like the Carl Gustav Jung, yeah,
Yes.
he says that the self is not uh, uh, only sufficient, and there are some depths, some depths. Yeah, and sometimes the clothes represent self in order to hide the deep self. That we call, I think, uh, animus or animus. Yeah. Persona is a, yes, mask. Yes, that's right.
And also.
Yeah, I just recall the persona is mask. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, literally means mask, and in order to hide the depth, we need the uniform. Protection, yes, that's right. So that is the understanding of the persona. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, self, persona, animus, and non-consciousness. That is the case. Yes. Page 12. Okay. I aspire for my body to be as pure as an incense burning. I aspire for my mind to be like a light of wisdom. With every thought, I burn this incense of discipline and meditation to dedicate myself to the past, present, and future Buddha of the 10 directions. English. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Buddhists who eternally dwell in the lands of the 10 directions. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Dharma, the teachings which eternally exist in the lands of the 10 directions. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Sangha, the community which eternally exists in the lands of the 10 directions. Sangha We reverently call upon the Buddha, the world honored one, to enter this sacred place. We reverently call upon Shakyamuni Sagada, the enlightened one, to enter this sacred place. We reverently call upon the Tasagatas of the 10 directions to enter this sacred place. The harmful actions I have done in the past are all derived from my inherent greed, anger, and division, born of my conduct, words, and thoughts. I now return them all. 10年。ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブアミダナムアミダブチナムアミダブ大教でprofound and wondrous Dharma, even after hundreds, thousands, millions films, is difficult to encounter. We now hear, receive, and uphold it. May we understand the true message of the Tathagata. Stay there. Nagom Choteyan. Page 18. I have established in the past vow and shall without fail, which is ultimate purpose. If these vows are not fulfilled, we are not attain perfect enlightenment. Should I for countless ages not become a great benefactor and relieve all those in poverty and suffering? May I not attain perfect enlightenment. When I reach the path of the Buddha, my name shall resound beyond the 10 directions. Should there be a place in which it cannot be heard, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. Abandoning desire with profound right mindfulness and pure wisdom, I shall cultivate pure practice. I shall intently pursue the ultimate path to become a teacher of all celestial and human beings. Divine power radiates forth a great light that completely illuminates The three departments to lead all beings out of suffering. Opening the eyes of wisdom to extinguish the darkness of ignorance and obstructing the harmful paths to provide passage to the gate of ultimate destiny. Fully endowed with all the virtues, Buddha's majestic radiance shall shine brightly in the 10 dimensions, outshining the sun and the moon and eclipsing the radiance of the heavens. For the sake of all beings, a Buddha opened the Dharma storehouse and widely shared its treasures of virtue. Among all who have gathered, a Buddha always expound the Dharma like a lion's roar, making offerings to all the Buddhas and becoming endowed with all the roots of virtue. With the power and wisdom perfected, a Buddha becomes a hero of the spirits. Like the unimpeded wisdom of a Buddha that reaches and shines upon all, I vow that the power of my birth and wisdom will be equal to yours, most venerable one. If these vows are realized, may the whole universe tremble with joy. And from the sky, all the celestial beings will rain down air and wondrous flowers. Om Amida Buddha's original vows are the essential gate to the ultimate bliss. May this merit be transferred equally to enablers immediately attainers in the pure. Junen. Namu Ami Namu Namu Ami Namu Namu Ami Namu Namu Ami Namu. Namu Ami Namu Namu Ami Namu Namu Ami Namu Ami Namu. Namu Ami Namu Tu Namu Ami Namu. Om Yo Tenjo Nipo Sekai Ne Bushu Yo Setsu Kusha Namu Ami Namu Namu 不修大悲願の阿弥陀仏経教習釈迦牟尼仏六法五者少女諸仏観音聖子主体五座極楽会少女大会修道一体三法五大寺音 I revere the king of the great compassionate vows, Amida Buddha, the dispatcher and founder of the teachings, Shakyamuni Buddha, all the Buddhas, as many as the sons of the Kanji in the six directions, Kannon Seishi, all the great bodhisattvas, the world assemblies of ultimate bliss, the beings of the pure and great ocean, and the three treasures and the great compassion. 天下は順日が商業空自在に帰国部民内上が民主特攻人襲来上 May there be harmony below the heavens with the sun and the moon shining brightly. May the wind and rain be timely and disasters and calamities not arise. May nations be bountiful, people safe, and armies and weapons not be used. Let us revere birth and humility and cultivate respect and humility. 高祖道明前道大師宗祖変更当前下上皇学寺行名称和順法二大師法年承認日大小中国史小公承認三世自然に領中承認三国天大上天と初代祖師と中寺を Our High Patriarch Komyo, the Great Master Shantao, our founder, the Great Master Enko, Tozen, Ejo, Kokaku, Jikyo, Meisho, Wajun, Honi, Daishi, Honen, Shōni. The second Patriarch, National Teacher, Daisho, Shoju, Shoko, Shōni. The third Patriarch, the Recording and Meditation Master, Kishu, Ryoju, Shōni. The light of transmitting the pure end of the three countries, and all the great patriarchs are realizing the compassionate blessings. 当時解散承認、中高承認、歴代承認と現行環境円満 The founding master of our temple, the restorer, and all the priests who serve this temple, with the prudent practice, will achieve perfect enlightenment. 思想部門一切願の時遅延終了頓者独学苦無量法者陸長生上 My prayers to my teachers and ministers, to my father and mother, to all the temple members, donors, and all living beings with whom I have karmic connections. May all those who are living experience joy, prosperity, and longevity without limit. May those who have died escape from suffering and transcend to be born into that pure. 自問性に同縁属無主生芸同合上 We pray for the peace and stability of our temple and for complete affinity with the past. May we be completely free of hindrances and cultivate our practice of the Buddhist past. 当時会期以来主観の次いっぱい合敗心盲中臨主奨励と随然往生もない Since the founding of this temple to all the members, the daily and monthly memorial tablets, the recently deceased, those in the intermediate stage of existence, and to all spirits, may we cultivate virtues so that they may be enlightened. 万に将来諸宿毒大師礼法本日三景の各家先祖代々追善増上大並びに戦士病物横断王子三害万で無縁無縁ないし崩壊行動に悪 We now carry on with the virtues accumulated from this place of practice to transfer our merit to our ancestors and to all spirits for their happiness and achievement of enlightenment. Page 26. 26. So, 安息不動空 Thank We aspire for these merits and virtues to be equally bestowed upon all, and we together develop aspiration of enlightenment to achieve birth in the pure land of peace and peace. Junior. Namu Ami Namu 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 Ami Namu Namu Ami Namu Namu Ami Namu. 소관계 However, innumerable sentient beings are, I honestly vow to enlighten them all. However, inexhaustible delusions are, I honestly vow to extinguish them all. However, immeasurable the Buddha's teachings are, I honestly vow to comprehend them all. However, incomparable enlightenment is, I honestly vow to attain it by all means. I sincerely wish to share the blessings with all beings. Together we are born into the pure land of ultimate bliss to achieve the way of the Sanshorai. We now call upon all the Buddhists to return to their lands. We offer incense and flowers in appreciation to send them. We ask for your compassionate guidance and protection. May those who have gone before us to encourage us to attain grace disappear. June. Thank you very much. I just remember that the different level of self is self, animals, persona, shadow. And shadow is very important.
Very, yes.
While I try to be good, and then try to be good means that to reject the bad thing, and to reject the bad thing can be shadow. And so the children sometimes see the shadow, and then good father or sometimes bad child. This maybe shadow is coming. So I can tell you. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Children is very good at looking at shadow. Sometimes children become far from father.
Right,
Sometimes.
right.
ありがとうございます。Today, 4 people.